We're going to build the wall. We have no choice.
All over the world, right-wingers are preaching separatism.
We will get our borders back.
And war is being waged on multiculturalism.
I've always maintained multiculturalism doesn't work.
Build that wall!
But in South Africa, they've gone one step further.
Welcome, Orania.
And built a white-only town.
You look a bit threatening with that brick coming towards me.
We're just trying to have our Afrikaner culture and to be able to live it out.
I'm Ade Adepitan.
What's up, boss?
Proud British Nigerian.
Excuse me, sorry.
From the melting pot of East London. After months of negotiation, I'm about to become the first black person ever to spend a week in Orania.
The Black Lives Matter riots, they can vote.
I don't go out rioting.
Please go.
To me, they seem like racists.
No one's going to shoot someone outside the Church of God, surely.
Yeah.
But I'm going to set aside my prejudices.
What about dating a black person?
I don't really feel qualified to answer that question.
And see if racial separatism can ever be justified. I was surrounded by racist murderers from the apartheid regime. What kind of twisted thinking is that?
We thank you for flying with us and hope you enjoyed the flights.
Let the fun and games begin.
Hi.
Eddie, man.
All good yourself?
Yeah.
Canils.
Loving the shirt.
I'm meeting Canils, my fixer,
Press the button in the middle of the wheel.
Okay.
and the man who painstakingly negotiated my way into Orania.
En route to Orania.
Let's do it.
The residents are all Afrikaners, a minority white community.
In Orania, they're big on pleasantries, so you'll probably do well to learn a few Afrikaans words.
That felt like an ominous warning there, you know what I mean?
Thank you is donkey.
What? Donkey?
Donkey.
From 1948 onwards, the Afrikaners governed South Africa. They held on to power through a brutal system of racial segregation they called apartheid, designed to keep the country's black majority impoverished and powerless.
They're not going to chase me out or anything.
Well, we'll see in about 20 minutes' time.
I mean, the car's fast, so...
I've ordered the special bulletproof windows as well. So you should be all right.
We shouldn't even be laughing.
No, I must say
There's
that's...
guns here.
When Nelson Mandela was released in 1990, it paved the way for South Africa's first black government.
Oh, there we go.
Here's your
the
first
sign.
Orania sign.
Yep.
That's when some Afrikaners began to set up their own independent homeland. It's next to the Orange River in the arid Karoo desert lands, pretty much in the center of South Africa.
This is very pleasant, isn't it? It's like Centre Parks on steroids. There was a big statue.
That is Hendrik Verwoerd, the architect of apartheid.
Yeah. Which room?
Room 7.
Snagged it. That is beautiful. That's a view.
I guess people are going to look at me and say, yeah, it's this black dude, he's coming to an all-white town, and he's going to come in all guns blazing with his prejudices and his opinions. But that's not really my style. I'm a chilled out guy, you know, and I really want to give these people a chance. Plus, I don't want to get kicked out. Yo, I'm all for protecting minority rights. And yeah, this is going to be challenging. It's going to be difficult. It's going to really push me. But I want to give these Afrikaners a chance.
Let's go.
Bit of drone action. At first glance, this place is quite cool. It's leafy and it's got a laid-back feel to it. But then I notice all the men seem to be carrying guns, even when they're mowing the lawn.
Let's go and check out some real estate.
The first thing I want to know is, why would anyone want to live here? Now, I've watched enough property shows to know the best person to ask is an estate agent.
Goeiemorgen.
Goeiemorgen.
This is Marley.
I'm looking for a 4-bedroom, massive pool, aircon. You know, I want the stables at the back, and it should also come with 4 horses.
Okay. That would be a first. I would love to go and show you what we do have.
How long have you been in this estate agent malarkey then?
I started in 2019. I actually had a recruitment agency. I got people jobs, but I couldn't find them homes.
And you realised there's more money in houses.
These lots have all sold out now.
40 families settled here originally, and in just 3 decades, the population has already grown to more than 3,000 people. Now, it's one of the fastest growing towns in South Africa.
This is the 3-bedroom that we're going to look at.
Oh, look at this. What's the view out the window there then? Let's see.
Yes, let's have a look. I think you're going to see a building site. I think that's going to happen for a few years now.
So this is a town that's a work in progress?
Yes. We want to build a city in the end of the day.
They're hoping Orania will be a city of 30,000 people. After that, the master plan is to expand into an area about the size of England and become a fully fledged Afrikaner nation state.
You're going to have to put up with a building site for quite a long time.
Yes.
Why do people come here?
For hope. And I think for safety as well. People want services that work. South Africa is ridden with corruption and crime. I'm not even going to lie about it. A lot of my customers, they don't even have running water. Things are not maintained. It's horrible. It's horrible.
And you feel that Orania is the answer?
I mean, Orania is a town for us to have our Afrikaner culture and to be able to live it out.
Tell me a little bit about why you came here.
I grew up in Pretoria and I got married and then we went off to England. I was there for 10 years and while living there, I really experienced what it was like to live in a safe environment where services work. But the dream was to come here and help build the dream.
It's not just a town.
No.
It's also a political statement, isn't it?
Yes, probably people will say that, but it's a culture thing more than I think it's a political thing. And that's where I'm going to leave that. I'm going to be best talking to you about properties and why people want to come here.
Outside of the gates of Orania, there's government corruption, the crime figures are sky high, and there's power cuts everywhere. There's people who are out on the streets protesting for change. So it's understandable why people come to Orania, because they feel safe.
You look a little bit threatening with that brick coming towards me. Oh, wow.
Yes.
I just thought you were really strong.
Well, I'm strong as well.
So while South Africa just descends into chaos, I gotta admit and put my hands up to it, this place seems to be thriving. It's doing all right, and that's good for people like Marley and her family. But there is something that just bothers me. Anywhere else in the world, and this might seem strange, but anywhere else in the world where there's this gathering of an all-white community, I don't think I would be as bothered about it as I am when it's in South Africa. Because it's different, because of the history. So I think what I really want to do here is find out whether these people have moved on from their racist past, which was just overshadowed by apartheid.
If Mali isn't prepared to talk politics, I'm meeting a man who can.
Go. 1. Yeah. 2. Yeah.
And he's invited me to join him down the gym.
7.
If you do a search for Orania, one name keeps popping up. Yes.
Here we go.
Cool. Might need a hand, actually, to get up here.
He's in charge of the town's media and political relations. He's an important guy.
10 for you, big boy. 10 for you. 1.
And he's almost as good at pull-ups as me.
Go on, my son. The Orania spirit. Go on, yeah. Yeah, boy.
Afrikaner in general, we like fitness.
Yeah.
We have a saying, gezonde liggaam huisves 'n gesonde gees. A healthy body keeps a healthy spirit. It keeps you positive in a very negative country.
Would you compete for South Africa, or is it just about Orania for you?
I'm firstly and foremostly Iranian.
Yeah.
Secondly, I'm Afrikaner. Thirdly, I'm a South African.
Wow. So for you, it's Orania or bust.
Orania all the way.
Joost is taking me sightseeing.
What sort of person comes to live in Orania?
Very diverse. Afrikaners are a diverse group of people.
So only Afrikaners, though?
Orania is an Afrikaner town, yes.
Yeah. So if you're not Afrikaner, if you're black or from any other sort of ethnic background, you can't come here?
Well, anyone is welcome to apply to come live in Orania, but there is a process.
If you want to live in Orania, you need to go through a selection committee. People are tested on Afrikaner tradition, language, and their Protestant faith. I'd say that rules out most black people.
When we bought the town, it was really in bad shape. There was a lot of work to be done here, and everything is privately funded in Orania. We don't have government funds.
Orania's run a bit like a cooperative business. Everyone who lives here owns shares in the town. Farming is a major source of income, and so is money from sympathetic donors.
There's a small housing project. This is actually built with the help of our international friends.
Who are those people?
Political parties and supporter groups around the world.
It's difficult to find out who's backing Orania, but some reports say a group that counts Donald Trump amongst its cheerleaders has heavily invested in construction.
It's getting a bit more rough up here now.
The last stop of our tour is Orania's most prominent landmark.
Monument Hill is a place where we gave refuge for some statues. Usually, guys, it's to some extent controversial.
They're all pretty controversial, aren't they? Yeah. I mean, can you give me a run through of all of their...
Yeah, so Paul Kruger here on my left-hand side, and then Herzog, Verwoerd, Malan, Strydom, and Foster.
Some of these Afrikaner presidents and prime ministers were the architects and brutal enforcers of apartheid. The vast majority of South Africans would see these statues as a shocking insult to the millions whose lives were destroyed, and the thousands killed during the apartheid regime.
What were the negatives of these guys in your eyes?
Well, I think one of the most problematic issues in our history is that certain labor was allocated for certain races.
So basically, black people were made to do all the hard manual labor.
Yes, and I actually think the solution for that is communities like Orania. By not out-contracting all your tough menial labor, but rather doing it yourself.
There's something in me that doesn't sit right with it. All of these statues, which I feel are being celebrated here, none of these figures, if they were around now, would look at me in a positive way.
I think most Afrikaners is past the point where we do, you know, interviews over and over where people ask us, are you going to apologize for the past? Apartheid started because one group of people tried to rule over other peoples. And Orania is the antidote to that.
Joost was totally unapologetic showing me those statues. But to me, they're a bunch of racist murderers from the apartheid regime. Did he think I would think any differently?
That's kind of like taking a load of people from the Me Too movement and showing them a statue of Andrew Tate and going, look, have a look at this guy. How good is he? And the stuff that he was saying, like, oh, the only thing that the Afrikaners got wrong during the apartheid regime was that they made the blacks do the menial labour. And that Iranians, they can't be racist because now they're making whites do all the menial labour. What kind of twisted thinking is that?
Yeah, boy. Rolling through Orania.
In the Karoo desert lands in the heart of South Africa, Afrikaners are creating their own white-only world. So far, the people I've spoken to have been focused on preserving Afrikaner culture and traditions. I get that, but it's quite inward-looking. Maybe the younger generation will have a wider view of the world.
Welcome to Volkschool Orania, and
Academic head Anya Boshoff is showing me around the Volkschool. There are 500 kids here, aged 4 to 18.
we'll see that we're not quite a traditional school. It's more focused on the idea that the learner should take responsibility for his own work.
Afrikaner culture and history is at the heart of the curriculum, and everything is taught in the Afrikaans language.
Let's go up the ramp.
Nice. It's almost like you knew I was coming.
Good.
Ah,
Okay.
good afternoon. How are you?
This class is for kids of 15 and above.
Ah, I see some.
They've all chosen from a core of subjects that will give them the skills the town needs.
What do you guys want to do for the future? What's your ambitions?
I would probably like to be a business lady. I'd like to own a few businesses, different types, of course.
Businesses, plural.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I buy a house and then sell it so I can make profits to own like a house owning business.
You got it figured out.
Yeah.
And I think everything's going to be done on time with you as well.
Yeah.
And do you all want to base all of your stuff here in Orania, or?
Yeah, mainly start in Orania.
Some also go off to university, but they're all being encouraged to make their lives here and to build a bigger, better Orania.
Oh, in my grot van genot, ruik alles lekker vrot.
They were keen to give me a preview of the new school play.
Ag, skus, julle moet my verskoon. Ek's nie so 'n kindsinnige kinderskrik nie. Nie soos daai moffie monsters nie.
It's about two man-eating monsters who live in the Karoo. They look like monkeys, they're uncivilized and stupid, and they're constantly outwitted by their clever, fair-skinned Afrikaner neighbours.
Ja, poep! Poep is baie belangrik. En 'n drietoon wal.
I'm not an English graduate, but even I get the symbolism in this.
Daar is niks so mooi soos 'n muff monster nie.
Do you teach some of the more controversial sides of Afrikaans history?
You mean apartheid?
Yes.
We have to. Our approach is that we have to learn from mistakes that we made, but we try to see a balanced view of what happened in history. But
Can't really be that balanced about apartheid.
Yeah, no, you're right. But that's why I say one has to learn from mistakes as well.
Do the kids here get to learn other languages?
At the moment, only English. One of them asked for the local African language in the Northern Cape is now, well, I have to get the name.
Tswana?
Yes, Setswana.
Would you bring a local teacher who can speak Setswana from one of those tribes to come in and teach?
Well, that would be ideal, wouldn't it? But we haven't even thought that far yet. It's a difficult position to be an Afrikaner today. On social media, for example, a lot of black people says, but you shouldn't even exist. What they also need to understand is we are not going to just disappear. I'm born Afrikaans and white in Africa, and this is my place.
All the kids here play Yukskai. It's a traditional Afrikaner game said to be nearly 300 years old.
That's good. All right, see you later, guys. Okay, this is our time now, Willem.
I found out that the star of the school play, 18-year-old Willem, is practically royalty in Orania.
So what do you do for fun in Orania?
As a Gen Z of being behind the computer, we play multiplayer Minecraft online.
His grandfather founded the town, his dad was the mayor, and his mum Anya was showing me around the school.
What does this place mean to you?
It means home. My grandfather was among the people who bought Orania on auction in 1991, and the school where I've been my entire school career was started by my grandmother.
I guess at some point, people in Orania will be looking to you as one of the leaders.
It might be, yeah.
How would you do things?
I would probably stay true to the ideals instilled in Orania and keep the Afrikaner culture alive.
What about the other cultures in South Africa?
I have nothing against anyone. I just think we need to focus on ourselves first before we start helping other people. As they say on an airplane, put your mask on first before you tend to the person next to you.
How much do you know the history of South Africa?
History is not one of my strong suits. Yeah, I don't know too much.
You know Nelson Mandela?
I know some things, but not nearly enough to make a educated opinion. Yeah, no, I'll have to pull up my socks and go learn a bit, go read a couple of books.
Have you thought about dating, and what about dating someone who's not Afrikaans?
I don't know. It's all about the connection.
What about if it was a black person?
I don't really feel qualified to answer that question. I'm an Afrikaner at heart, and I think probably I'll meet that person in Orania.
I can understand why Iranians want to protect their culture. Afrikaners make up just about 4% of the South African population. But I'm also starting to see why racial separatism can be dangerous. If kids like Willem can get to 18 knowing very little about Nelson Mandela, something seems unhealthy with the system here. I guess this is what happens when you live in a bubble.
I am a real supporter of minority groups, but as a minority, you've got to acknowledge the wider culture around you. It's so important. But these Iranians, they don't seem to be interested in anything else but themselves.
Tonight's a big night. Every 3 years, Orania prints new editions of its currency. Yes, they have their own currency.
Hey, what's going on?
There's no better way of signalling their independence from the rest of South Africa.
To the Aura.
To the Aura.
Tonight is the launch of the new Aura notes.
Yeah, lovely to meet you again.
Anyone who's anyone in Orania has turned up for the occasion.
Marley.
How are you?
Including Marley, the estate agent.
I see you have a glass of sherry in your hand. Yes.
See you later.
The booze is flowing and they're all very jolly. To raise money, first editions of the notes are being auctioned.
Baie geld nie om Janie. R4,000 vir nommer 2. Ek het R4,000. 4,000 hier voor. Enigiemand op 4,500. Almal klaar op R4,000. Dankie. R4,000 om
They're
Janie.
selling for reasonable prices.
Enigiemand op R1,000 sien ek R1,000. R1,000 vir nommer 4. Ek het R1,000 nou R1,500.
So I thought I'd have a flutter.
Hi,
you got 4.5. Are you going to go 5?
Sien ek 5? Ek het 'n 5 nou R5,500 daar. R5,500 daar agter, enigiemand? R5,500. Almal klaar op 6,5. Dankie, 6,5.
So, they're bidding against
Yeah, I know.
When I bid, the prices go up far more than when I don't bid.
Ja, enigiemand op 4,500? 4,5 het ek hier voor. Nou R5,000. Sien ek R5,000?
But I'm not going to let that stop me.
5 sal ek vat. Nou R5,500 maak dit R5,500, nou R6,000 daar. Almal klaar op R5,500. Dankie, R5,500. Yay!
Well done. You got yourself some aura.
Ade. Baie dankie. Cheers.
At dinner, I'm seated next to Marley, the estate agent, and her husband, Harvey, who's the chief executive officer at the town council.
What does freedom for Afrikaans people look like?
The ability to have a say on the things that matter to you. Then you've got freedom. Otherwise, you're a serf, aren't you?
But isn't that what government and voting is for? And democracy is for? To give you a say, and that's part of freedom, isn't it? You choose who you vote for.
Yeah, one can say that, but why do you have the BLM rights then? Because they can vote.
BLM rights?
The Black Lives Matter riots. So they can vote, so why do they have that?
So black, I don't quite understand what you mean by that.
Why don't they just vote then?
They do vote, I vote.
So why do they have that solution if the solution is democracy? Why do they go around that?
I support Black Lives Matter, but I don't go out rioting. I don't go out rioting. I know lots and lots and lots of people who support it, but they don't go out rioting. But how did we get onto this? We were talking about Orania, and suddenly we're going. I mean, this is where's your sat nav going? You know, to go from Orania to BLM.
So BLM, whether I may agree with them or not, they believe the system is rigged against them. So if you're a small minority, you can take part in the democratic processes, and people do. But you need to get alternative solutions as well. And Orania is an alternative solution in addition to that.
That was a far quicker and simpler way of getting to your point.
The point I was trying to make, I've
got your point. I've got your point now, but I didn't before because it was slightly provocative and it took me off in weird directions.
I might have overreacted there, but I couldn't let him get away with saying BLM supporters are rioters. And you've got to live in a pure Afrikaner bubble to believe that your cause is in any way similar to Black Lives Matter.
I think it was almost like for him something that he'd had stored up for a long time and he wanted to get this off his chest, and finally there was a black man in Orania that he could drop that line to. But you know what? The bonus thing about tonight is I won some aura, and I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to go and buy some Only Black Lives Matter T-shirts and hats with it. Actually, I won't do that, because as we all know, all lives matter. Look at that sunrise. Time to get a bit of exercising.
I'm the only black person in an all-white Afrikaner town. I've been here for almost a week and it's starting to freak me out. They have a monument to racist leaders, and the people here seem to have very little interest in the black South African world outside Orania. Today's Sunday.
It's like a ghost town, isn't it? Like the whole town is on curfew. No one here. Not a soul.
And we're on our way to the biggest church in town, the Afrikaner Protestant Church. I've heard some bad stuff about the APK. They've never apologised for apartheid. They're thought to be homophobic. And 2 journalists alleged they were thrown out of the church in 2017 because they were black.
It's a good turnout.
Luckily, we're not going in. It's been agreed that we can film outside the church and interview the pastor after he's taken the service. He says he's happy to answer any questions about the APK.
Here's Marley. More Marley.
I haven't seen Marley or Harvey, her husband, since our strange discussion about Black Lives Matter at the auction.
Good service?
Yes.
Nice, nice. Have you had a good weekend?
Yes. Busy.
Yeah. Well,
Are these yours?
She doesn't seem as relaxed with me.
There's Harvey. He didn't even look me in the eye. Doesn't feel very Sunday vibes to me.
We said we'd meet the pastor in the after-service social.
It's quite busy in here.
Yeah, it's busy. Mora.
But then,
Ruan.
as we say good morning to one of his congregation,
Okay.
we're suddenly interrupted.
What did they say?
Okay. No, we're not allowed to do interviews. So.
Oh, we were just having a chat. We were just greeting him. Yeah. Okay. All careful. Should we go outside? Should we go out? We'll go outside. Okay. Oh, we'll speak to you. So we just got kicked out of church. It's not very neighbourly or godly. I thought this was all about friendliness and community. We just wanted to meet the pastor. But yeah, they have bouncers. They have bouncers at church here in Orania.
Canils goes back in to try and smooth things out.
You're not looking happy. There's not a smile on your face.
Not happy, no. No, we're not welcome anymore. I've just noticed that the bouncers are all armed with sidearms, so it might be a good idea to get out of here.
I mean, no one's going to shoot someone outside the Church of God. I mean, surely there's a limit to your security.
Yeah.
The bouncers say they kicked us out because they thought we'd broken the filming agreement. To our mind, we hadn't. We tried to call the pastor to fix up another interview.
No, phone's off.
But there was no answer.
See, the worry is,
Harvey's upset and they stop us from doing any more filming.
That's a possibility.
Later, our director is told that everyone who works for the town council has withdrawn from filming. My disagreement with Harvey over Black Lives Matter has got around. And it seems people don't like it. My trip to the town's shooting range is off. And so is the interview with the head of Orania's security force.
Yeah, the Speedway.
Speedway.
So to pass the time, we film a man with a dog on his shoulders. Which, to be fair, is a big event here. The next day, I decide to go visit Marley to see if she'll speak to me.
What is this? What?
Let me get that for you.
They just don't care.
Nou ja, toe. Dankie Marley. Plesier, baie lekker om julle te ontmoet. Ja.
What do you reckon? I think you got a sale there.
Yes, they loved it.
Yeah. I actually wanted to talk to you about yesterday because I thought at the church it was a little bit weird.
Weird?
Yeah. We just got basically kicked out, told to go, you know. And
I'm not sure what the arrangements was, but I know that, you know, people just want to go to church to do their thing at church. I don't think they want to chat and things like that to journalists, maybe. And you must understand, people always come and have interviews with us and then they go away and they put us in a bad light.
When you say, like, bad light, what do you mean? What did they say about you?
Well, you know, I don't even watch those things, but I know there have been things that where we really take them around and show them our town and just be positive, and then it's been put in a bad light. So, but yeah.
What did they say? I mean, I just want a little bit
No,
more.
I don't want to go into that, so.
Are you being guarded?
Guarded?
Yeah.
No. Do I look like I'm a guarded person? No. No, I wasn't there. I can't comment about how, you know, they reacted or what the reason.
One more thing. Do you think Harvey's pissed off with me after our little BLM chat on Friday?
No.
He seemed quite passionate about
He
it.
is passionate. He's passionate about Orania and he's passionate about, talking
BLM
about
as well.
it. No, I think he's passionate about smaller groups trying to be a voice for themselves.
In the evening, Camille's attempts to cheer me up with a braai.
Wow, this is romantic. I didn't know you cared, Canils.
I care a lot, my friend.
Right now, a posh barbecue is the only aspect of Afrikaner culture I appreciate.
Skills, my
I've been waiting
friend.
for days to do that. Now, I probably haven't told you this, but since I've been here, I definitely have felt uneasy. I don't feel comfortable here. And I want to.
I'd be very surprised if you did feel comfortable here with the history this place has, being the only black guy in town.
It's kind of more than that. I've gone to a lot of places where I'm the only black guy in town. I've been to a lot of places where I'm the only wheelchair user in town. But this feels like more. You know, this feels like there's something else.
But what really bothers me is that this place feels like the first phase in the development of a far bigger all-white project. And across the globe, so many far-right groups are willing it to succeed.
Morning. Whoa, coming down.
Things have gone pear-shaped in Orania. I've been thrown out of their biggest church, and I can't speak to any of the town council's employees.
Back for another morning run. Thank you, sir.
It's our last day, and I get the feeling that we're not so welcome in Orania anymore. After a lot of diplomacy, I've been granted one last interview. It's with the town's unofficial figurehead.
Good to see you, man. Yeah, lovely to see
Karel Boshoff is a politician and former mayor of Orania. He's the husband and father of Anya and Willem, who I met at the school.
Nearly wrecked the joint.
And he's also the grandson of former South African President Hendrik Verwoerd.
Lovely, this is so cool.
I came into Orania wanting to know if racial separatism can ever be justified. What I've learned so far doesn't convince me it can.
One of the first things I was shown when I came here was that hill. And I was surrounded by statues of people who would hate someone like me. And I say this because, you know, Verwoerd was your grandfather.
Yes.
Yeah. He was seen as the architect of apartheid. I don't feel it's very progressive when you're celebrating people who have destroyed so many people's lives.
I understand that perspective, because that perspective is the dominant perspective at the moment.
But it's the truth.
It's a truth that needs qualification. I personally did not learn to hate or that any of these policies was built on hate.
So you don't believe they were built on hate, those policies?
They were not built on hate.
But if that's not on hate, then it feels like that's more on ignorance and if you don't mind me saying, stupidity. Given that apartheid began with a form of segregation, how is this place any different?
There are obviously some similarities, but we are not excluding anybody per definition because they are of this or that racial category.
There's not many people of colour here, apart from me.
I understand where you're going with that, but I would argue that this community called the Afrikaners has the need and the right to have a home as well.
And where I'm going to is, this place scares me, right? I always worry when Afrikaners talk about a homeland. I don't know whether we can trust you.
Yeah.
Do you want to see South Africa that's together? That's one nation.
In one nation, the moment we are entering on this modernist concept of national unity, especially in terms of a multicultural population, we are entering into the domain of social engineering.
But it works in other countries. I live in the UK. It's very multicultural. We've got the peacekeeper. Yeah.
I like it. Thank you.
Oh, your timing is impeccable.
It's very difficult from my position to argue this because I can't just reject myself. I don't think it's an option.
Yeah, but I don't think admitting that you made a mistake and that it did a lot of damage is something that's bad, that type of self-reflection.
I think it's too simplistic to brand everybody in Orania a racist. But if you live in the desert for 30 years, not mixing with anyone, that's gonna lead to prejudice, even if it wasn't there to begin with.
Yep, we're done. Finish filming. How die blauw van onze hemel? That was right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right.
Van
grootste hemel, uit die diepte van ons ziel.
The anthem of the new South Africa is sung in 5 languages. Many Afrikaners like Cornelis saw the end of apartheid as an opportunity to live in a truly democratic, multicultural South Africa. But I think the majority of people in Orania are traumatized by their fall from power. And what they're trying to recreate is their past. It's an extreme form of racial separatism. I don't want to live in a world where we're segregated into ethnically cleansed states, separated by Donald Trump's walls of hatred.
In South Africa, our land.
Well done. I think we almost nailed it.
Deep down, we all know there's only one way separatism ends. That's with everyday people like me and you meeting on the battlefield.
The Afrikaans bit does sound quite militaristic, not gonna lie.